Hello, my name is Ahmed Al-Mahoozi and I'm going to talk about the DNS presentation. First off, what is the domain name system? The domain name system was first developed in November 1983 by Paul McCarpeters, and it is a protocol with a set of standards for how computers exchange data on the internet. And its main job is to translate domain name into an IP address, such as, for example, you got is the Facebook, and it's the IP address of 69.63.181.1815, which is its IP address. This system has made life easier for many people to connect the internet without any such troubles. The size of the DNS is 4.3 billion IP addresses for the IPv4, which is IP version 4, and 340 undecillion for the IPv6. The IPv4 uses 32-bit, which is a 4-byte IP address, and the IP version 6 uses 128-bit addresses for an address space of 2 to the power of 128 bits. And now the three components of the DNS are the domain namespace. Basically, the domain namespace, it consists of a tree of a domain name, which in every node has 0 or more resources records which hold information associated with the domain name. The other component, which is really useful for the DNS, is the DNS resolvers. It is called as a client side of the DNS. Its main function is that it is responsible for initiating and sequencing the queries that may lead not to translating the domain name into an IP address, but solves the problem for the internet page as well. The other component, which is really helpful in the function of the domain name system of the internet, is the name servers. It is usually maintained by a distributed database system which uses a client-server model. Each domain has at least one authoritative DNS server that publishes information about the domain and the name servers of any domain similar to it. The function of the main domain name system is that it assigns domain names to a group of internet users in a proper and fixed way. It helps to distribute the responsibility of assigning domain names to IP addresses by appointing name servers for each domain. It also stores information such as a listing of mail servers. It helps to provide a worldwide distributed keyboard-based service, and much more. In general, the DNS is an essential component for the functionality of the internet in whole. Is the DNS affected by legislation in the UK? Perhaps so. According to the Digital Economy Act of 2010 states that with the consent of the Lord Chancellor, Upper and Lower Houses of the Parliament, and a court of law can have the right to block the access of a location of the internet at any specific time. Other provisions of the Act include an amendment to the Copyright Designs and Patents Act of 1988, which was used to increase the criminal liability for dealing with infringing articles. For example, TalkTalk is Britain's second largest ISP, is strongly characterized by its opinion by the Act. They have opposed it for its earliest stages by staging media events, declaring that they would fight against the new laws in court and simply translation to other non-P2P tools. The limitation of the domain name system is perhaps the first and foremost, is that viruses serve the internet and hackers as well. An example of the limitation of the domain name system is a fraud, such as a fake bank website that are spread all over the internet, in which the hackers seem to get information from them and perhaps steal off information from the people who are using the internet and use it to withdraw money as much as they want. Main thing that could limit this system is the cache poisoning as well. And another limitation is the number of users on a single website that could slow down the internet in whole and probably cause a bit of problems with the IP servers as well. Thank you very much.